¿Qué tal amigos y amigas de Trail Running Review? Estamos aquí en Val d'Aran, concretamente en el stand, como podéis ver, de Naak, y estoy con el fundador de la casa Naak y obviamente tenemos la oportunidad, marca canadiense concretamente de Montreal, de preguntarle cómo sale una marca de cero en un tiempo difícil y cómo entra también con esta relación con UTMB. So William, nice to see you here, and it was a pleasure to meet you, you know. And I was asking to the audience, like, what was the first idea to go to the market with a new nutrition brand? It's a hard battle in nutrition stuff, and in Spain we have like good brands as well. What was the first idea?
So, great question. Hola, ¿qué tal, everybody? No, I don't speak Spanish, I'm sorry, but I'll try to do my best.
Un poco sí.
Un poquito. But yeah, no, the idea, like initially I was like a former triathlete, so performed like in various distances in triathlon. You know, in triathlon we say that nutrition is the fourth discipline, so it's very, very important. Like people are very picky with nutrition, way more than, you know, trail running is, I think, at this stage. So I learned a lot about nutrition at this point, and there is like various things that we realized at that time. The first one is that all the sports were always going to like longer and longer distances. So even like for triathlon, like we started with like 2 hours efforts, going into like, you know, 10 hours efforts with Ironman. And then, you know, there's like trail running where you go up to like, you know, 20, 30, 40 hours, and the nutrition never evolved. But the needs, like when you go for longer distances, is so much different than shorter distances. You cannot rely just on like sugar, fast-acting sugar all the time, you know. On longer distances, it doesn't work for the stomach, like it's very difficult. So for the glycemic and everything, like it doesn't work. So we had to think about something different, a new approach for longer distances. And the other aspect is that there is, you know, the global warming. Like on my personal behavior, I was trying to be like a better citizen, trying to change the way I consume, and specifically in you know, in the food industry, like there's like many options when you go to the supermarket, but sports nutrition has never made any progress in this space, and we wanted to put that into like, you know, sports nutrition, where you don't have to choose between something that is like performing, efficient, and that is also healthy and sustainable. So we put everything together, built like, you know, the best sports nutrition brand you could have for long distance, and also from a sustainability aspect. So this is like kind of like the idea that we had with the brand and with the product, and we tried to bring something new on the market on this aspect.
Bueno, William, I have to translate. Thank you so much. Voy a traducir. Muy resumido, ¿vale? Al fin y al cabo, él era triatleta, se dio cuenta que la nutrición no había nada súper específico en largas distancias y que en triatlón, obviamente en Ironman, que era una disciplina que se estaba poniendo de moda, más de 10 horas, él habla de 10 horas, más de 10 horas la mayoría de mortales, y que vio también en el trail pues 20, 30 horas y no había nutrición específica, muy concentrada en azúcares de, digamos, de rápida energía, pero no un cambio de mantenimiento de la larga distancia. Y luego otro aspecto, como gente que estamos en el exterior, buscar temas de sostenibilidad, que pudieras tener productos de alta gama, de alto rendimiento, de alta calidad, pero también pensando en esto de la sostenibilidad. I think I did it pretty well.
Shorter than I
So William, and I was asking you, how like, what's the process that you start with a pretty new brand about nutrition and go all the way focusing on UTMB, like nobody knew Naak, and then all of a sudden it's the sponsorship of UTMB. Like, how does it work to get there in the, like, you know, the biggest show probably in trail running?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like fast forward, like we started to build, you know, the products in our own kitchen. Then we went into like, you know, a restaurant where we built, like we worked with a chef, built like all the recipes and stuff. Then we got into a factory, and, you know, we started to grow a little bit. But like it's not an overnight success. Like we started in 2016, so it's almost like 8 years ago now. We built the brand in Canada in the first first place for the first like I would say like 5-6 years, and in 2022 we started to develop the brand internationally. So we went into France, then we went for the first time at UTMB. We discovered, you know, this amazing race, and we met also with the, you know, the organization. So we had a few discussions. We realized that, you know, one of the main like limiting factor for trail runners was nutrition, because like 85% of the do not finish reason was due to nutrition. So we were like, there's something big we can do here, and UTMB was like really surprised on how much we were really focused on long distance, and there was no other brand like this on the market. So the partnership was just natural, you know, for us and for them. So we made it work. We just worked together to build something to improve like the runner's experience on the UTMB races globally. And we also had, you know, the vision for us to become like a global brand. So we want to grow like everywhere in the world. So it made a lot of sense for us to build this partnership together. And there is another aspect also about the sustainability. They are very, you know, focused on bringing like more sustainability into the events, and we work on, you know, like zero waste options for the bars, for the waffles, like for some of the products that we have, to find solutions to reduce like the use of plastics and the use of like single wrappers, you know, on the products during races. So this is also a good aspect where we can bring some innovation, you know, with UTMB.
Bueno, le pregunto sobre todo cómo una marca que prácticamente aquí en Europa no conocíamos y entra directamente a UTMB y obviamente la hace visible a todo el mundo, por lo menos en las carreras, en los circuitos de UTMB. Básicamente nos contaba que empezaron en su cocina haciendo los productos, pasaron a unos restaurantes y cómo después de, creo que me ha dicho, hasta 2022 que empezaron a rebuscar internacionalizar la marca, fueron a Francia, conectaron con la gente de UTMB y empezó la relación con una mentalidad de sostenibilidad por un lado, y luego que hay un 85% de las personas que no finaliza una carrera por problemas de estómago, y que entonces encajaba muy bien, ¿no?, con su filosofía y sobre esa mentalidad de hacer productos para la larga distancia sobre todo. So William, if I ask you about 3 keys that you, Naak as a brand, are focusing in all your products, like, I mean, is the taste, is the texture, is the packaging? What is the 3 things that are more important for you?
That's a very good question. Obviously, like, performance is the main one, like performance for long distance. So we try to adapt like all the formulas for all the products with this ultra energy science that we developed to make it like the best product for long distance. Then there is obviously like you know, the taste and texture. We try to fight like, you know, the sugar fatigue. So we try to have products that you can eat for long hours and that are not, you know, complicated to chew, not complicated to digest. So we like that is the second point for sure. And the third one is obviously like the sustainability. So we work on like bulk options, we work on different types of packagings, reusable, you know, compostable, recyclable. We try to find like the best options we can. We also work with you know, bulk options, so we can, you know, pour like some, for example, some of the purees like in bigger bags that you can pour in a reusable flask or stuff like this. So we try to find options on the sustainability aspect. I think that's the 3 like main things that people would need to remember about Naak. Yeah.
Sin duda las 3 claves de Naak y donde más se focalizan es en performance, rendimiento de los productos, obviamente destinado a la larga distancia, gusto, sabor, obviamente una de las cosas que yo creo que muchos de nosotros escogemos a la hora de seleccionar qué marca con la que vamos, y tercera, la sostenibilidad, por tercera vez. Tienen productos como estos, mucho más grandes, donde podemos poner en un soft flask, por ejemplo, y llevárnoslo con nosotros y sin necesidad de gastar, obviamente, pequeños envases. Lo tienen también en otros productos de la propia casa. So William, I'm going to ask you about 2 things, the last 2 things.
Yeah.
All right. So you have this nutrition plan in your website. I tried it on your website, and you have UTMB races, for example, as Val d'Aran, for example, the different distance, where you put all your, you know, your metrics, and then you guys as a brand, every hour you have to take this hydration mix, gels, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Can you show us a little bit how it works?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, the goal with that was also like to, you know, tackle like this main issue, you know, which is like how do I fuel, you know, during an ultra, like what is ideal. So we try to build a tool to help everyone to understand like what is the amount of calories that I need and how should I spread it, you know, across the race. So we took all the information we had from UTMB or other races that we sponsor or that wanted to be like on the software, and we integrated like all the aid stations to help people understand what do they need to carry like between one aid station to another, so they can really plan their nutrition better. So this is like we're taking as many information as we can, you know, about like the participants, so we can adapt like the nutrition plan based on, you know, their characteristics. There's still like some things to improve in the, you know, in the software, but it's already like a good idea. So, but it's very easy. So you enter all your personal information, then we give you the amount of calories that you should focus on per hour. Then we give you the number of carbs and the number of fluid that you would need to drink with the electrolyte amount. Then it's great because you have like two ways of seeing this. Either you got the, you know, the profile of the race with the aid station and everything you need to consume, or you can also see it like as a time chart, which is like just a table with like all you need to consume, like you know, between all the aid stations, the time it will take you to go to the next aid station and those types of stuff. And then we have integrated with Sunto in the first place, so you can just add this nutrition plan directly into your watch, and you get an alert like when you get into the aid station, and at any time you can just see on the screen what you would need to consume between like one aid station to the other, and you have a countdown of, you know, the time that it will take you to go to the next aid station, and also the kilometers you know, that you still need to make to get to the next aid station.
Pues básicamente es, y os lo recomiendo que lo podáis probar, lo podéis probar de hecho en su página web, podéis entrar, hay una pestaña donde ponen Nutrition Plan y ahí con vuestras características, métricas, peso, etcétera, encontráis opciones. Por ejemplo, en la carrera CDH de aquí de Val d'Aran by UTMB, solo poniendo vuestros datos, etcétera, tiempo objetivo que tenéis planificado, te saldrán las calorías que deberías consumir a la hora, los carbohidratos a la hora y también temas de hidratación. Todo esto lo podréis seccionar en, digamos, una tabla o el perfil de la propia carrera, y ahí os indicará dónde debéis tomar un gel, dónde debéis tomar una barrita, etcétera, etcétera. Todo esto, además, desde hace muy poquito, unas semanas, se puede sincronizar directamente con vuestro Sunto a través de Sunto Plus, y también lo podréis ver en vuestro reloj y os dirá, según cuántas horas os quedan, según vuestro objetivo, para llegar al siguiente avituallamiento y qué debéis tomar del avituallamiento 1, por ejemplo, al avituallamiento 2. Yo creo que es una herramienta muy interesante para todos y no solo, es decir, no solo servirá para las carreras de Val d'Aran, os puede servir para otras carreras que también están integrando dentro del propio software. So William, last question, and it's just curiosity. Like, how many gels, how many bars did you guys spend on a race like this? More than 6,000 runners here. I cannot imagine in UTMB Chamonix, but it's a big investment for you as a brand, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's a huge investment, and we're also trying to figure everything out to make sure, you know, everyone has the product they want, you know, on every aid station, and we're also trying to find like the best way to allocate like you know, the products to every aid station. This is a learning curve, both for UTMB and us, because like you know, some races are old races and they, you know, they are used to knowing the products. Some races are more recent, like Val d'Aran, for example. So it's tough to understand, you know, every you know, allocation that we need to make for the aid stations. But it's, yeah, thousands of products. I mean, we brought like 3 pallets full of products, you know, just for the event. So it's huge, but it's key for, you know, having the right nutrition for everybody to have like just the best experience possible on the race, and that nutrition is not the limiting factor anymore.
Bueno, pues le he preguntado para terminar, ¿cuántos geles, barritas se llevan a un evento como esto de más de 6.000 corredores y corredoras? Y me ha dicho que muchísimos. Mileres, 3 palets llenos de producto, pero yo os diría que si queréis, como corredores, probar la nutrición de Naak, pues obviamente solo tenéis que ir a un evento de UTMB y podréis testear, como hicimos nosotros en la MCC el año pasado, donde probamos, yo te diría por primera vez, los productos de Naak y decidir. Thank you so much, William, for your time, and enjoy the rest of the days here at UTMB.
Thank you, gracias.